Little mama George.
What? Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of the Jar Media Podcast. It is episode 266. Jar Media.
That's the scary number, right?
No, that's 666.
Oops.
Sorry,
a bit early.
Yeah, got 400 episodes to that.
Oops.
Big thank you to our Patreons over at Patreon. They're supporting the show. They're putting bread on our table. They're making us eat. We're being healthy boys. You know, big shout out to them. They've got our back. Thank you for listening to
We're at the end now.
Oh, we just did the whole podcast. Cool.
The Jar Media Podcast is on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, anywhere you get your audio episodes. We are there. We're being represented. We are the Omega. We are Alpha. We are Delta. We are Sigma. Omnipresent and omnipotent. We are everywhere. We are everything. We are the Jar Media Podcast. Welcome.
That was cool.
That was cool.
So, we've got some drama to talk about.
Do we?
Well, we need to mention it. we can't just have a little cute Argy on the episode and not show his disgusting, violent side.
Okay. Why, you're not going to explain? Do you want me to explain?
No, I'm a bit scared now. I can't explain.
Okay.
No, I can. Ow, I got something in my eye.
Okay, fuck it, I'll explain. Jeez. So,
I've got something in my eye.
a bug flew. I couldn't believe it when after we got coffee on Saturday morning. I rode my bike into town. I was riding my bike back.
Because it was. Warning to everyone in Britain, it's been 15 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So everyone's actually getting vitamin D for the first time this year.
It's like waking up just a new person. It's like seeing in colour for the first time. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my god, there's fucking sun, there's colour.
But I was wearing sunglasses, which obviously blocks bugs that are going to be normally slapping into your eyeball as you're cycling along. And right as I got to the final stretch, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if a fucking bug flew in my eye right now? Right as I tilted my face forward to, you know, sometimes you want to see the true light.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I tilt my face forward to see the true light, and they right in the eye.
What
perfectly into the eye.
How big are we talking?
Like a small fly, just perfectly, just right in the eye, just into the eye, and then. And then it pooled in the iris.
It what?
Pulled an iris?
What do you mean it pulled an iris?
No, it didn't pull. It pooled. It pooled into the iris.
What are you saying? Pooled.
Did it go squish against your eye and then pulled into your iris?
Wait, no, explain. Do you mean like it turned into a liquid and it was a pool?
To be honest, I don't really know how to explain what I was even trying to mean.
But what did happen then? Just explain what happened.
Well, I got inside and I looked in the mirror and opened my eye, and then there it was, pool in my iris.
It was in your eye then, on your eye. So you're just casually winding back.
Was it alive?
Oh no, it was long gone.
So it drowned in your eye?
Yes. Yeah, it died in my eye. And I never wanted any part of this, you know?
Yeah. You did.
Well, neither did it. It didn't want to go in it didn't want to drown in your eye.
Yeah, you're right. As far as we know.
Yeah.
If you could see it from their perspective, it might be a, like a Chris Rock as a mosquito type deal. Remember that?
How fast do you think you were going on your bicycle at the time?
30.
70, 80?
Because I've been hit by a fly at 70. Like, it was like on my forehead when I was on my motorbike, and it fucking is a pain like no other.
You weren't wearing a helmet.
Really?
No, because you open your goggles, because in summer you're warm. So I opened it and it just boom, hit a fly like 70, and it fucking stung.
Really, a fly brained you.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you get them in the eye at 70, and that's when it's you're going down.
Then they do pool in your iris.
They do, and you can't sort it until you're there. You're back. You know. Okay, so there's a tragic story we've got to talk about on JAR today. There's been
How did we get there?
There's a victim on JAR. There's a poor thing. A poor little thing on JAR.
So yeah, where were we? I don't know how we got to the bug and eye thing.
I was riding back my bike from the cafe on Saturday, and I was like, if I tilt my sunglasses down, it'd be really funny if a bug flies in. That's how we got there.
Yeah, but how does that relate at all to this original tale? Basically, dogs being annoying. I've got a golden retriever and a corgi. I go to the supermarket.
I think the JAR media, there is 3 extended members. There's Paisley, and there's Argy, and then there's Gaius. Argy and Paisley happen to live together. They're good little friends. Not anymore.
Yeah, so recently I explained the story of Argy. He's had to have this cruciate ligament surgery. He's been going through the recovery process of that. Fast forward a few weeks to a couple days ago, I go to the supermarket, yeah? Just to get some food. I'm feeling hungry. Meanwhile, while I'm out, James comes to mine to use the gym.
Yep. After work, I just, did a whole day of work, wanted to come back, do gym.
So you come in through the house and you're greeted by like a blood-covered Paisley.
Yeah,
I would put the picture in, but I feel like it would get flagged.
It's not. It looks like dye.
Nah, I don't know, man.
It's not obvious.
We've had the last 2 episodes flagged just for swearing. So let alone putting
injured
blood-soaked dog on screen.
So yeah, I opened the door to the lounge where they both were, and then I was greeted by Paisley's head was actually by the door. So as I opened it, I thumped her in the head. Mind, that's a part of it. I opened the door and there's Paisley. And instantly I was like, she's soaked in blood. She's absolutely covered in blood.
Which shows up extra because she's the whitest of the white dog you're ever going to see. So every droplet of blood is as red as...
She wasn't just covered in blood though. Her hair was clearly soppy from saliva as well. Mm-hmm. She was just soppy like a wet dog. Yeah. A wet dog covered in blood. So I was just, what the fuck's going on? What's happened? So I was looking around is there a bone? Because, they cut their gums sometimes on bones. Mm-hmm. So I was looking for something that they could have been chewing. And then I saw a plant pot on the floor and it was like, okay, why is the plant pot on the floor? So I was looking around more and then I found a chair just soaked in blood as well. Mm-hmm. Where something must have happened there. And then by the sofa, there's also blood and hair that had been pulled out. That looked like just soaked in blood that had been pulled out and just kind of been splattered everywhere.
Yeah, looked like a murder scene.
It did. So I went to Paisley and I was like, are you okay? And I was trying to find where she was bleeding from. Mm-hmm. And I started, her head's fine, the under of her jaw's fine. And I get to the bottom of her ears and they're both really heavy and they're both just sopping in blood. Mm-hmm. Blood pouring out of them. So instantly... oh shit, this is what's gone down. And it was at that moment that I kind of realised the culprit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you sent the picture, I was first I was shocked by just how much blood was in the image. I was not expecting it. And I was like, okay, what happened then? Did one of those hanging plants fall down and happen to hit her on the head or something? That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
But then you discovered the truth.
Yeah, because it's both of her ears had been sliced right at the dangly bits where,
the very tip of the ear.
Right at the very tip. And it I had that image instantly in my mind of, I know a dog that likes biting there when they play fight.
He's got an ear fetish around here. Yeah.
He does. And then, 2 perfect slices on either side, and I looked over to Argy and the back of his mouth had blood soaked on it. Mm-hmm. Argy sliced her ears. And just genuinely cut them. Yeah. And not just once. He did it twice on both ears. Mm-hmm. And they'd clearly been going on for some time because the blood was everywhere.
Yeah,
they
and
continued.
of course it was uncomfortable for her, so then she started shaking her head because it's like the only thing you can do, which is just forcing all this blood and trauma onto the already injured injury. So now it's all like, now she's got to go to the vet.
Yeah, her they've healed, but her ear is obviously swollen at the moment. It's a bit pudgy, not 100%.
Yeah, so been awesome.
Been awesome. Yeah, Argy was completely smug over it. No regrets, no empathy, just a psycho.
Yeah, well, I've never had something like that happen before. They've fought over like food before, but that's always been like with me there with like an obvious instigation of some kind. You know, that makes sense to me. You put some like gross bone down and they fight over it, whatever. But this, I was like, well, this has never happened before. So I haven't like left them alone together. I don't know if Argy's being all weird. I noticed when I was walking him, like boisterous dogs like bounding over to him, he starts freaking out. Maybe it's something to do with that. Post-surgery being all sensitive. I don't know. It's super weird, and he went crazy. Corgis, when they're like challenged or feel threatened in any way, they just go ridiculous. It doesn't match up to whatever it was. So maybe she was like trying to play with him and like squashed him, and then he just snapped.
He gets so angry over being like slightly squashed.
Yeah,
and it's like sometimes you can't help it because he puts himself in the most stupid situations and then gets angry if you slightly knock him, like sitting under desks. He puts himself in a terrible position, then you move your foot and he's all like,
but he's a shit stirrer. Like, he won't let something rest. It's like he wants to create a bit of a scene. He wants to create a reason to just overexert in some way. It's like
he's highly manipulative.
He's evil.
And this proves that he's not. So like people, when you like Alex's photos on Instagram of cute little Argy, he's a fucking serial killer. He's a psycho and he hurts for fun. Don't trust him.
But it's this whole thing, the strategy he has that he's formulated over the years, of finding the weakest point possible, and then that's all you attack. That's it. So it's nowhere else but the tips of her ears getting bitten. It's fucked up. It must be so painful.
Yeah, he's strategizing.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, I reckon it did start off as a play.
Because when he play fights, he often will bite the ears. He always zones in on the ears.
Yeah, so then if they were play fighting and maybe he was already around the ear area, and then she like stands on his tail or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, if that did happen, surely he'd taste blood and know he's hurt her. So how does the other ear get cut in the same place? Because he's gone for that ear. So I don't think it was just a fight. I think it was a full-on brawl. He'd gone back to hurt her repeatedly. He was on the attack.
It's really impossible to know because nobody was there to see it.
Yeah.
It's just it's lucky I turned up at the time I did, because then she could have been even worse.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised that when you showed up, you said they were both like fairly calm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows how long they were brawling for, but
Argy has gone down in the jar books.
Yeah, he's definitely. Well, I've always thought he was up to no good. You know?
This just proves it.
Let's do some housekeeping. Let's clean up some of the
blood
left from Argy's ear nibbling. Some of these conversations from last episode messed up. Some messed up debates, some messed up concepts being brought to bear.
We never mess up. Bit charming.
Oh yeah. I'm actually going to skip that one. Skip a couple of these.
Why would you tell them you're going to skip it, bro?
Oh, just, you know.
We're going to skip this one. Sorry, I've got really good subjects today. I'm not going to talk about it. Sorry.
Oh no, I never said it was a good subject. You know what I'm saying?
No, what about my subject? I actually brought a subject to today's cast, but
well,
skip that one.
Patient, you know, we've got structure nowadays.
Skip your subject as well.
Finn Kane.
Finn Kane.
Finn Kane is who's going to start us off.
Kane.
Yeah. We were talking about this concept of JAR listeners, JAR regulars who
stealing our content.
They steal our memes and within their own friend groups take ownership. They say they invented Boom Boom Smack and so on. And then this started a bit of a trend I saw, like in the comments and the feedback, and it got me wondering about just how far this goes. And Finn Kane says, on the topic of stealing jar memes, I brought up the shit challenge in passing with my friends, and they loved it so much our group chat is now the shit challengers, and they attribute it to me. Definitely worth the lie. And someone replied to that, It's Hat replied to that saying, I told my friends about the same thing, but I pretended that the shit challenge was already an existing thing that I was just making them aware of. So that's how it begins. All it takes is for enough people to spread it until one of them actually is psycho enough to do it for real, and then
Vin Diesel's doing it.
Yeah, it will spiral. It will.
No, I want the watch to
escalate.
imagine his shit challenge.
His shit challenge would be one shit. Challenge over.
Yeah, do you think when The Rock shits, it's like in that South Park episode where Randy shits? It's just one fucking protein. It's just so fucking...
It's enough protein for a normal person to get gains from the gym.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you think about it just logically, even if you think about all the supplements, if he's eating 8 meals by default...
I bet he's consuming a lot of caffeine as well.
Yeah.
I bet he must be shitting all the time.
How does he actually have a family when he's at the gym like 10 hours a day to then film movies? How the fuck does he exist?
He's on the grind.
Well, yeah. They don't actually parent their children.
Yeah, some underpaid other people.
Nanny can do it.
Yeah.
Wire2904 says, regarding borrowing from jar memes, I sometimes James Barr at my dog while playing with him. That one I'm fine with.
No, everyone does that. It's not a me thing. Everyone does it.
No, take credit, copyright it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be an evil Alex.
Crumbly Guy also says, from personal experience with stealing jokes to tell my friends, don't give up the lie. It's too late for you. I admitted that I stole my jokes and they were mildly unimpressed, that's all.
Oof.
So they're saying just
own it.
Lie.
Yeah, be
and it's what we were saying too.
Yeah.
We were reaffirming.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's anything that I made. Don't steal that.
Yeah, for the record, you didn't make the James bar.
Who did?
Ooh. Me. No, because
okay, do a James bar then.
No, it's an evolution from the SpongeBob laugh.
Which I did
mockingly
of someone else doing this SpongeBob laugh.
Well, and mockingly of me.
Yeah. But the bar variation is worse
than the original.
Yeah, the original is 10 times better.
Alex?
What? Sorry, I'm lost. Which is the original?
The SpongeBob laugh.
The SpongeBob laugh.
Well, the SpongeBob laugh, but then because I watched so much SpongeBob as a kid, I'd do the SpongeBob laugh.
And then it became an ironic thing. It was the ironic journey.
Yeah.
You deconstructed it into...
into
yeah, it's like a deconstructed burger of fucking the SpongeBob laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't bar anymore. I have never barred. Last year, I've never done it.
What are you talking about?
No, the bar is a very specific...
never barred.
No, the bar is a very specific thing. I haven't done that in the last year. I refuse.
I didn't realise there were tiers to it, rules to it.
Yeah, of course there is. But yeah, I've never barred. I'm not a bard.
Of course there is.
That's not true though. James still bars.
When's the last time I barred?
Probably in the car today.
No, that wasn't a bar. That was not a bar.
No, but it's an evolution of the bar.
Yeah, no, it's an entirely new thing.
A lot of your laughs start with a bar.
They don't.
That's a bar.
That counts.
That's your bar.
It's different. It would make sense that there's a bar for each arc of me, each evolution, each new version of me.
Okay, what's the current bar?
Well, what do I do most often though? Probably the thing I've done twice this episode.
I can recommend you a new one.
Well, I'm not new yet. You're gonna have to wait for new me to come out. My rebirth.
Well, what's your new one, Alex?
I don't know if James.
You need one.
No.
Oh no, you've got your one. What's your one?
Alex has bear.
I fucking hate I fucking hate that so much.
What do you mean you hate that? What do you bear?
Yeah, I hate it so
What
much.
do you think it like when you hear that? What do you hear me saying?
Bear, like the animal.
Like the animal I'm scared
No,
of.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't hear that.
So you just hear me saying bear, bear.
yeah. That's how it like works in my mind. Where did it come from?
It's
I think like that commenter, it was like a dog thing, like just going.
no. I remember the story.
Like I like doing that when I'm like walking the dogs because they don't understand English.
Yeah.
So I like just doing dumb
They
shit
do.
like that.
You're
and then
saying
they-
your dogs don't understand English.
Yeah, they can't speak English. They just associate words with certain activities.
No,
and things.
dogs understand English. Dogs understand the language. That's why you train them so they can understand the word.
They don't understand language.
They do.
They don't. They
Dogs in
they-
dogs in Spanish-speaking countries aren't going to respond to English, but they'll respond to Spanish because
it's
they're
the,
fucking
the
Spanish.
association of like the word you're saying, right? More
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's how they understand the language.
No, but sit to them doesn't mean sit.
They don't like contextualize it within like a Latin foundation or.
They
anything.
do. You're underestimating the absolute intelligence of dogs. Bear.
Yeah, I see. There's some I try to like hide, and I thought bear was one I'd managed to keep, but clearly not.
You haven't tried to hide that at all.
What do you mean, like?
No,
What's like
no, he has, because on regular jar days,
What's-
including when we record, Alex never goes bear.
Yeah.
He does it when we're not recording or when we're not here. Because I've
When you
overheard.
say hide, do you mean hiding it from like the camera?
No, us as well.
Well, like I know when I'm ready for a jar meme to be unleashed, right? You better believe I would have. There would be 100 episodes of Bear if I was ready to unleash it. You know?
Yeah, but you've
See,
gone
like-
off it. You literally said last week that you'd gone off it.
What do you mean? I said last week I'd gone off
See, you
I
haven't been
remember a
hiding it.
conversation
talked
we were
about
having-
Bear.
on the cast.
No, not on
Not
the
on the
cast.
cast.
Oh, okay.
In a gamer day or something.
Yeah, Gamer Day. And you said that you're moving on from Bear.
Yeah, but I'm just curious in how it sits in your mind in terms of like my usage of it.
No, it's
What
like
it
those
means.
things.
Well, what do you mean? No one else uses it.
No, but like how, like what do you think I'm trying to communicate?
I don't know. I don't speak to you.
I don't. The same thing as like the scream.
Yeah, like a bit of a hype moment.
No, that it's not high moment at all.
It's like a full stop. I feel like a bear.
It's good if you're like playing Apex or something and you get a good and you go bear.
No, but like your things, you can use them in any situation. Like if you die in Apex, a bear.
It's
exactly.
never been used like that though.
No, it
I don't know.
has.
It absolutely has
It
not.
definitely has.
Yeah, because you can do it angrily.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing with you, is that you use phrases, and you use
Not phrases. I wouldn't call them phrases.
not phrases.
Sounds.
No, but he says things. He
Vocalization.
says
Words.
Yeah, words as well. He repeats them all the time, and then you're so used to it, but Alex doesn't realise that we've used to it. There's one recently on an episode where
Porty.
no
Busio.
PCI.
Yeah, but Busio came from Porty. There's always like an etymology to it.
So like, what's your current thing then? Because
thought
you
you said
haven't.
it was bear.
No, because you've stopped doing that. There's a new one.
Yeah, it was the one I was about to suggest. Some of them are too fucked for like even the camera or the
What
mic.
do you mean
No,
too
what-
fucked?
what do you
Well,
mean
like
too
because
fucked?
it's just too like. I know when it's too far, and I don't mean too far in terms of like edginess, just in terms of like
Weirdness.
yeah, weirdness.
Then this is Charm Media. It's a perfect place for it.
John Media Studios.
No, tell me.
Well, what's the new one anyway?
Yeah, what's your new weird ones? Like too weird. I want the really weird.
Well, I've been playing around with this Baguk thing quite a lot.
Oh, that's it. He
What,
has done that a
fucking
lot.
goofy?
No, more like a chicken going.
Oh no, you have been doing that for a bit.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with that. But so you hadn't twigged onto that one yet.
It's weird. Like
No, because
the second you say that, it's like a flashback moment.
You just ignored it every time before.
It's like the would you kindly bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, he's said this so many fucking times. Like every time I've seen him.
No, but here's the thing. Whenever he says it once, I've already become used to it. I've accepted that it's going to become a thing. So I'm like, I don't even notice it the moment you start.
Yeah, there's some good ones recently.
If you don't have any.
What, any ticks?
Like weird things you do. You just don't. Like it's so, like noises and words you kind of don't take under your wing.
What, and you do?
Yeah, baby.
You don't, bear.
It's always the best when James does it.
Yeah.
When James acknowledged Boosie Eye, whatever the fuck. It was like one of the best moments of my life.
No, we've got a group one.
A group one?
Let's fucking go!
Yeah, and I coined that.
You did. That kind of is your thing, but we all do it.
But that's a gamer thing, bro.
That is a bit of a gamer thing, yeah.
Fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Anyway, yeah. Where were we there? There were a couple more here. There are some good ones for housekeeping this episode, like Ovendal, who says, the cast never fails to make me think, how the fuck are they arguing about such a stupid topic for so long, while still keeping me on the edge of my seat with the counterpoints and arguments. The bomb about office chair wheels that James dropped made me punch through my monitor in response to this epiphany.
What do you mean? What?
Sorry.
No.
So thanks, Jar. Now I don't have an epic 2-monitor gamer setup. Disliked and subscribe with notifications on.
How he's implying that made him angry. Wheels on a chair are still wheels because they carry a vehicle there on an axle.
See, I interpret it more as that he saw it as such a good point. He was like, yeah! And like just...
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You're still wrong about that, though.
I'm actually not wrong. There's more wheels. How many wheels do you own?
4.
I own more than 4.
You're biased. Alex
many-
agrees it's doors.
It's not doors.
Georgie left one saying, no cap, I see a very similar plant with a golden gorilla, except it's its whole body, not just head, and was like, oh shit, that's some fire, to be honest, lust shit. But obviously not being 60, it's a good idea not to buy that. Anyway, you mentioned yours 1 minute after I was leaving. I'll be back for it, don't worry.
Well, we've got a new one that's joined the
There is a new one, actually.
There's a new one.
You got on Wednesday.
Yeah, every time. I'm in one of these big supermarkets, there's some kind of gift waiting for me in the plant art. The same, because I went back to where the leopard, like the same place on the shelf where the leopard was. And what was waiting for me there, but the fake aloe vera face pot thing. There's a new one.
Are you supposed to take the fake one out and put a real one in?
No, I think that's
no.
point
You're
of
supposed to display the fake one because you can't, like with the leopard one, you can't actually take it out. It's like glued together.
Nothing
Down to each individual stone is glued to it. So you don't even have a choice. Otherwise, I would put something real in there, you know. Right. Final comment here for this segment from Robin Davda. Why the fuck is Alex saying mullet like Muller corner? I guess most people say mullet.
Mullet.
But
Mullet.
I prefer Malay.
Actually, yeah, that's way better. Mullet.
A moulet.
Yeah, go to the barber and ask for a mullet. I'm kind of... Give me a trendy mullet, will you, my friend? Well, I'll tell you what. James coming to that murder scene bloodbath was kind of like him playing a detective. Like a certain DC hero. We should probably mention it.
Yeah, I saw Batman yesterday.
Jim saw the Batman. I've seen the Batman.
Here's a question. If you were going up to the ticket guy and you were like, one ticket for, would you say the Batman or Batman?
I'd say the new Joker movie. One for Joker 2, please.
No, but that's a genuine question. Would you say The Batman or Batman?
It depends. I don't want to always be the guy that like says the title verbatim.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I said Batman. I didn't say The Batman.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, one for that Batman movie.
Damn.
Sometimes I
So act
reduce it.
like you aren't
like, yeah,
mega excited.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, one ticket to that. What was it? Batman?
Yeah, which hero was it again? Which one of these? But yeah, 3 hours long, detective.
I'll tell you what, I reckon as far as 3 hour long movies go, it's like the shortest feeling 3 hour movie.
It's not bad. There are a couple points where I felt the time, but
I literally never did.
Really?
Yeah, it was a 3 hour movie. I've never not pissed. In a movie longer than like 2 hours, I never don't piss. But this time I didn't piss the whole time. And I mean, this is probably totally irrelevant because afterwards I didn't even piss.
Damn, you were that hyped on it. It stopped you from needing to piss for a few days.
Maybe it made me sweat loads or something. Like, I was so engaged, I was sweating like
so
crazy.
tense.
Yeah, so I didn't need to pee. I sweated it all out.
Yeah, I don't know how much to delve into on the cast right now. I don't know if I necessarily want it to suddenly become an hour-long Batman thing, because I feel like it could easily be that right now. I've probably got a fair amount to say on the matter, but I did really enjoy it, and I'd be down for like a solid trilogy of these kind of movies, this kind of tone, especially if it is like a kind of continuous story that builds on itself. Honestly, the thing for me I wanted the most from it was for it to try and just escape the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You know? That's kind of the comparison point, the high point of cinematic Batman. What are you shaking your head? Who would you say? Tim Burton? Oh, sorry, Ben Affleck, I guess. Lego Batman. That's who you meant. Okay.
I think I prefer it.
You prefer it
to The Dark Knight?
See, overall, cause here's the thing where I'm caught up on, because I think like stylistically, in terms of capturing like the things I like about the comic pages of a Batman comic, the moodiness, the darkness, using the lighting and shadows and silhouette and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get that as much from the Nolan trilogy, but what you get much more is kind of the, I hate to use it because I use it ironically so much, but like the kind of epic scale, the crescendoing, building, escalating story that like, I love the way The Dark Knight concludes. How small scale it doesn't need to like go ridiculous and bombastic at the end in ways that like are kind of more comic book.
Yeah.
You know,
it has the stakes high without it being overly bombastic.
Like without spoiling anything in the Batman. I guess like the Riddler was the thing I wasn't the most hype on, because it was the thing that reminded me the most about The Dark Knight. With your interrogation scenes, with your like leaving messages on the news sort of type stuff, that was way more familiar for me. As much as I enjoyed what that character, like what he instigates, what that brings out of like Bruce and Batman, and how Catwoman is, how the tangled like mess, the Chinatown kind of like detective story at the core of it, and especially all the like LAPD working with Gordon stuff, that I really like that. That's cool.
Yeah. I was really surprised by the Gordon stuff specifically.
Because I haven't really got that in the movies.
No. Whereas in this, it really reminded me of the relationship with Gordon and Batman from the Arkham games.
Yeah.
And because I've never read like Batman comics, but also the relationship from the animated show.
Yeah, it was taking inspiration from all the right sources for the most part, because it did have the like Dark Knight in there, it did have the Arkham, just like the suit design and the way like the brutality of the like fist fights and everything. I like the edginess of this kind of deranged take on Brucey, where he's like he's only comes out at night and he like wears sunglasses during the day.
No, I actually really like those details because I've seen a few other reviews, and the main criticism is like the lack of Bruce Wayne being like a separate character from Batman. But I really like the way he is, like,
yeah,
he's fully encompassed the Batman.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, like playing with that. It's like the superhero trope of the balancing the two lives, and in this interpretation, like, it's cool how, I mean, it's like classic. It's just part of Batman, but he uses the Bruce Wayne like persona just to to forward his other side, like the detective side. More.
Yeah, that's like the one scene Bruce Wayne is in.
Yeah,
it's like,
and he's not there to be Bruce Wayne. He's just there to, out of interest, to forward
to
this mystery plot
stuff.
Yeah, to solve the puzzle, or whatever.
Yeah, I thought. I think the reason I like it so much is because it focuses on Batman so much as a character, whereas I feel like, thinking about like Batman Begins and stuff, and the original Batman, they never really focus on the character, on him learning something, you know?
Yeah.
It's normally just like origin story, and then he's just Batman, and he never changes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'd definitely put it up there. I just think overall as a movie, probably The Dark Knight is a bit stronger.
Yeah, I find it hard to say when it's like, because I prefer the Batman, which surely should mean it's the better movie.
I think it's more complicated than that, because it's not as simple as, there's just the different interpretations have different strengths and weaknesses.
I think I'd recommend The Dark Knight to more people.
Yeah, I could say that, but everyone was talking about how like dark the movie is, and it's like a real selling point for the movie. It's like dark, edgy Batman, super dark. Yeah,
I don't think it's as edgy as. I think they advertised it to be more edgy than it is. Like, it's edgy, but it does that thing where it goes so edgy that it's not as edgy.
You're saying the Batman does that?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's I'd say it's much more comic booky than the Dark Knight trilogy. Because the Dark Knight, the main thing I don't like about those movies was that it was always like, this is kind of like a more realistic take on Batman, and that shit, especially in that era, was just getting super boring.
What was kind of what started that trend?
Yeah,
of like taking something.
Let's just like ground it.
Yeah,
that's lame. It's a guy who dresses up as a bat with gadgets and stuff.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, it's easy to now, and it's like often what happens once a movie like as like popular as landscape changing, and you know, like something like The Dark Knight. Now we have like nearly 20 years on it. Now we're sick of all the trends that started. We're sick of all the kind of silly stuff, the stuff that's been memed for years and years, the Bale voice, kind of awkwardness of some of the stuff, because it's every scene has been picked apart and analysed. Like, whereas this is like, no, it's fresh. It's like a new take. So I'm still holding off a little bit to see how it holds up on how it flows on a second watch, because just with that runtime,
I'm kind of tempted to see it in the cinema again.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say on it is one of my favorite scenes is just the opening, where it's establishing Gotham, and it's just mood building. It's just using the score and the visuals, and just the visual storytelling with that narration. And I love like exploring the core concept of the character, the whole fear angle, and using that, and seeing like how it's seeping through the city, but then how that comes into play like throughout the whole movie towards the end, and then how like you see the inverse in quite a good scene, like without spoiling anything, where it's like taking that concept and seeing how it can be spun on its head, and used in the inverse way, which is cool.
There's my favorite bit is a point really towards the end, which I won't go into detail about because it's kind of spoilers. But it's just something simple that Batman does that you don't. I can't think of a time where he's ever done it in a movie before.
Okay.
And it just shows like a part of the character that has always been essential to him, to me, especially like loving the character as a kid, that I didn't realize that I really wanted to see.
Yeah, just seeing him like save a few people was quite nice as well.
Yeah. No, that's. Yeah, I won't speak more on it. 'Cause it will just go into spoilers.
But you enjoyed it? You'd recommend it?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Do you think you'll watch it, James, when it comes out?
Oh yeah, no, I do want to watch it. I do not like Batman because of the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm just. It's time to piss people off.
Go on.
So I love Arkham. Played Arkham Asylum quite a few times. Loved Arkham Asylum. Have never played any of the other games after it, but I love the Arkham Way adaptation of Batman. And I've obviously seen all the Arkham movies. Never watched any of the Ben Affleck Batmans because.
Did you mean the Nolan trilogy when you said Arkham movies? Yeah.
And obviously I want to see this Batman because the edginess is instantly appealing. It's like what I want to see from Batman. And I, over the years and on a few rewatches of the Nolan trilogy, they're not good. They're really not good. I think they're so clean that they have absolutely no like style. And
what do you mean by clean?
It's like when you watch certain movies, it's like on a replay, on a rewatch, you notice smaller things. And it's kind of a new experience looking at it in a different way, but I never found that with the Nolan trilogy because it was just like so perfect. It's almost like when something's so good, it becomes bad. And I don't think any people are going to get that what I mean there, but there's something about it that just looks a little bit odd now.
I'd say there's some things about it that have aged more.
I don't know if it's age though. I don't think it's a thing with age.
It's more like creative decisions.
Yeah, it's creative decisions.
Yeah, like having Batman in broad daylight fight, like fist fighting cops in the third one. I mean,
the third one is like it's not even worth talking
really
about
work for me. But
it's like I tried to watch The Dark Knight again a few years ago.
See, that's the one where I feel like it's just timeless. And
I think it's a really good movie, but I don't think it's all that Batman-y. And I think it's because of his rendition of Gotham.
I guess it depends.
So plain.
It's just New York.
Yeah, it's just like an amalgamation of American cities. It's just like a normal place.
Yeah, it's lame, and I like The Dark Knight, but I can't rewatch it. I think it's utterly fucking boring. I tried to watch it.
Is it one of those movies though where when you were younger you watched it over and over?
No, I watched it once. That's it. It's all I've ever watched. And then I've tried to watch it again, and I got bored and instantly did other things.
I think it's unfortunate it's falling into that place where it's like, yeah, it's old enough now. It's like getting out of the like cool zone, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's going out of the cool zone though, because it's always been like just cool. Heath Ledger's Joker is fucking timeless, and it's always going to be the best Joker, no fucking question.
But memes have damaged it.
Memes have damaged
it for sure. But I was gonna say, but we forget things that like Two-Face is in that movie as well. It's like the Joker's in it, and is awesome. But there's also like an amazing adaptation of that character in there too. I think the dialogue is really fucking good and memorable. And that's been like memed a bunch in that kind of way where it's just in pop culture, like just cemented in.
There's little things in the Nolan trilogy though that are just like at the end of Batman Begins, Ra's al Ghul is on the train thing, and he's like, "You can't kill me," and Batman's like, "No, I won't kill you, but I'm gonna save you." And it's like, well, I mean.
Yeah, I was never a big Batman Begins guy that much.
But in The Dark Knight as well, Batman just pushes a Two-Face off a building and kills him. It's like, but it also has Bruce. It's a part of his character that he won't kill. unless he just changes his mind sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like a Nolan thing to be super ambitious and have loads going on, and I think it mostly works though, still.
Yeah, for sure. Like they're great movies. Well, The Dark Knight is amazing, but it's just not that. It doesn't give me the Batman hit that I want.
It's like when I want superhero movies, and I'm not a fan of superhero movies. We know this. Remember the fucking Marvel era of Jar?
Era, it's not finished yet, bro.
No,
Yeah,
we had
never
that
ended.
era. We had that era. We had the original Marvel era, and yeah, I did not like that at all. But when I want a superhero movie, I'd much rather watch the first phase of Marvel than I would The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That's insane.
Because I
The
find
first
it.
phase of Marvel.
Yes.
Captain America 1.
Yes.
Thor 1.
Yes.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
Yes. That's it. But cancel James on that sentence alone. But I can't watch The Dark Knight again. I find it so fucking boring. Like, first watch, gripping. Best experience. It's not a movie that has replayability. And that's a valid criticism for a movie. The Lord of the Rings is incredible because you can watch it so many fucking times. And it's incredible every time.
But like,
That's why that movie's a 10 out of 10. It 100% has to have replayability. Every movie does. Mad Max, same thing. How many times have you seen Mad
I'd
Max?
argue Mad Max is the most replayable movie.
And that,
Mad Max
well,
1,
so
the original.
that factors into how good it is as a movie.
The
just like
chase
Lord of the Rings.
scene in Batman gave me Mad Max vibes.
That's one of the reasons why I want to watch
in
it.
the Batman.
In the Batman, yeah. It's genuinely such a good car chase scene.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like Heat. You haven't seen Heat yet. Go watch Heat. Go watch Heat because it is the same time as Batman. And it's another movie, but when you said that you weren't bored in the whole 3 hours, that's Heat to me. Same thing. 3 hours. I don't feel like I could watch Heat again, and that movie's fucking incredible. Just because it is that kind of movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, edgy take, Dark Knight a bit poo-poo.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things settle.
When was the last time you watched Dark Knight?
A couple years ago.
Have you tried
If not less.
try rewatching it? And I know that it doesn't hit the same. It really doesn't hit the same.
I remember feeling a similar way to you until rewatching it. And I was just like, no, this movie is.
Because I got
just
to
as
the
good as
point in
always
it.
was.
I think I got to the point when it's the whole scene of he's on the bike and the Joker's like, bah, 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 bah. I don't know what else to describe it as, but you know the scene.
Yeah.
Hit me.
With the bike
Hit
scene,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
Crazy sequence.
Yeah, I was fucking bored out of my mind. I just did something else.
Man.
Something far more enjoyable. And it was just on in the background, I just could not care.
So many good scenes in that movie. When he goes to China, all the scarecrows in the
Yeah.
mirror, or whatever. Sorry, all the Batman at the beginning.
I do wish in the Nolan trilogy that they used Cillian more. They used Scarecrow. Because he's in small
he was in the
chunks.
background to the whole race thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have been used more because he was very good. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe
enough
Matt
Batman.
Reeves, for his other Batman movies, could do a scarecrow thing. So there's more you can do with the fig. It's like, so it's just it's Mysterio. It's an invitation to just do whatever the fuck you want. Get
I
creative.
do think he's got like the perfect aesthetic going for a Scarecrow story.
Every
Yeah,
100... Is there been any confirmation that there will be a follow-up to this Batman?
It's basically just gonna happen.
I'd be
How well is
shocked
it
if
done?
didn't. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
doing crazy well.
Okay, cool.
Everyone's enjoying it, talking about it, critically doing well. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's always like, is it a lightning in a bottle moment? Is this just one movie? It's going to be incredible, but it loses its charm once you repeat it. Because that's always
Depends
the
on
thing.
their approach, I guess, because
Yeah.
the framework was like Seven and Zodiac and these kind of procedural murder mystery type things. If they kind of keep that sort of frame and the like government corruption stuff, keeping him a detective.
Yeah. The thing is that works so well for the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because
He's literally the Zodiac killer.
he's doing riddles.
Yeah.
And then like Batman does
Mhm.
riddles. It's just fun.
Yeah, one of those, begut.
We'll catch you on the second half of this episode.
Begut?
Begut. Bah, 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 bah. I forgot what it even was.
Alien race of superior beings.
Oh Jesus, I'm upside down in problems. Yippee.
Oh no, just Alex is upside down. What a nightmare.
Ooh.
Don't worry, Alex will flip you back.
No, it's cool. No, nostalgia's like the trend. We can just remake the same episode until should we do an episode where I'm lying on the ground from a different angle?
Oh yeah.
No.
Let's have James lying down.
Yes.
With
I
his
can't
ass up a little
remix
bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Every now and again, a little toot toot.
Yeah. Should we do the a variation of the shit challenge where we all shit ourselves and record an episode just in stench? Just like we're all sat in our own shit.
No, thank you.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yes, the viewers are really going to see our stench.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of some framing where it was like one of us shits ourselves and the other two have to guess.
Oh, who shit themselves?
Who's the phantom
Well,
shitter?
No, because
That would be so easy.
that doesn't make sense. One of us shits ourselves, and the two others have to guess. If you've got to ask the two others to guess who shit themselves, it's obviously going to be you shit yourself because you're asking.
Well, no, you don't. You have
So everyone would have to guess. So everyone would have to guess.
You write down your answer, put them in a pool, and then see what's what.
Yeah, so everyone has to play. Because if only two people play, it's
let's
obvious.
play right now then. Shit yourself. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, was that you, Alex?
I've got a bit of piss dribble.
I was about to ask you the same.
Whoever smelt it dealt it, they do say.
Whoever rhymed dealt daily crime.
Whoever rhymed cooked with time. THYME.
Oh, fuck. Time. We've all got time.
Yes, bring it all back. Let's just do it all again. Let's just start from number one and reset.
We should reset the cast.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the
first half of the show where we
Media
answer questions
Podcast.
from the Reddit users.
I am your host, James. I'm a new YouTube creator, and I'm joined here by EHI and Jamie.
Yeah, we're just going to run down a few of the old classics. Pussy!
pussy.
Diarrhea! Diarrhea!
Nice. I'm feeling really nostalgic.
Oh no, we need to bring nostalgia back.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah.
We're bringing nostalgia back.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're not fully nostalgic if I don't leave and don't come back.
Ooh. We're showing that critic how he act. Yeah.
Critic.
You know.
Oh fuck this shit! This is the Media Podcast. This is the second half of the show. We bring you shit every week. We fill your screen with dog shit, and you continue to watch us. Welcome fucking back.
If you want to leave your own questions for us to answer in future episodes of this segment, head over to the suggestion thread on the subreddit. I think we have a question in here explaining perhaps what is going on with the subreddit, which you guys might enjoy, but until we get there, Oscar Man 97 is going to get us going. As I feel the Jar Boys in the UK Jar audience has very similar childhoods. Were there any classic UK kids game shows you always wanted to appear on? I remember wanting to be on Jungle Run as a child, the show where kids would fight against adults in monkey costumes for a Game Boy Advance.
I agree with that one. That's like the only one, Jungle Run.
Jungle Run was intense. It's not as scary as Raven.
Raven, that shit was cool. Because you'd always watch the kids doing the like death run and be like, why are you failing there?
Do you remember they literally had like hooded evil doers that
like
when you
demons.
failed the game, they would just kidnap you and you'd never see them.
Yeah. No, that's why they had to stop the show, because kids were just disappearing.
Yeah, too many kids lost to Raven.
Yeah.
You know they rebooted it.
Really?
There's a Raven reboot.
You can't reboot Raven without the guy.
They recast the guy.
Yeah, you
So,
can't.
someone else now.
He was Raven.
Yeah, quote the Raven.
Yeah.
BBC.
I never watched kids' game shows as a kid. My kids' game show I'd like to go on is
No, your answer is Takeshi's Castle. That's what you want to go on.
yeah, that is the one.
I still do.
Yeah, I'd love to do Takeshi.
You know what? Yeah, because the stupid like British version with Richard Hammond, he did the Total Wipeout.
You mean
one.
Total Wipeout?
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck that. That shit lame.
yeah. That's
Fuck that.
awful.
Takeshi's Castle though.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
insanely difficult. Actually,
Yeah, and dangerous.
Yeah.
It looked like people were suffering for the chance. I don't even know what the reward was.
to meet
Yeah.
Takeshi.
Well, to get destroyed by Takeshi in that impossible last game.
Yeah, you just crouch in front of him and he just cuts your head off, and that's how you win. That's what winning Takeshi's Castle is.
It's honor. It's all for honor.
Yeah, I gotta say though, the one thing I don't like about Takeshi's Castle is that really unfair boat game at the end.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
that's so fucked up.
Bullshit.
It's impossible. Can't win.
Yeah, it's impossible.
That's what I mean. Like, why are they even playing? Because you know you're gonna get there and you know you're gonna lose.
Yeah, even if you get to the boat,
Because
like,
you're fighting to make it there, and to win all those matches, other people have to lose. But by the time you get to the end, you're not gonna have enough people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've all lost. You've won off their bodies. You've used their bodies to climb to the finish, but you need their bodies to win.
For those who are confused as to what we're talking about, go on YouTube, search Takeshi's Castle, watch some clips. You'll learn
Yeah.
fast.
The hard way.
One other show I want to shout out there was Bamzuki. I was kind of a Bamzuki fan. I wanted to go on the show because the whole premise was that it was like kids used like software to design these robots that would like fight within software or something. It was
You
really,
talk about Robot
it was very
Wars?
rudimentary. No, it was kind of like virtual Robot Wars with like super early, like old as fuck, like software, like 3D software. You'd like make fight each other and shit.
I don't remember this at all.
Robot Wars.
You don't remember Bamzuki?
No.
I remember
Robot
Robot
Wars,
Wars.
though.
I remember
Wars
like
is
the
sick.
books and shit.
Yeah, it was like cool but shit.
Well, it's because it was a offshoot from the like the wrestling fad from the 90s, right?
Mm.
It was like, how do we make this cooler and
Yeah.
mechanical?
But they'd always have like the same ones fight.
Yeah, exactly. Like taking the whole like it's the different wrestlers, their
Yeah.
personalities, and
Well, because you were meant to like attach yourself to the one that had like the scoop that would
Oh
flip.
my! Every kid loved the scooper. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just like you
it's-
sit there and
yeah,
you
that's
see it
the hype
going.
one.
Flip him, flip him.
Yeah.
Robot Wars. So yeah, shout out to Robot Wars as well. That one's less. That was never one that I wanted to go on though, because it's
Yeah.
like I have no technical
It was
know-how.
it was just a thing that you'd watch for like 5 minutes before switching to something else.
Yeah.
No.
No, because
Nah,
it
Robot
was
Wars
no,
was,
you're forgetting the old way. It's not like YouTube videos now where they cut out all the trash. It was like fuck it, in half an hour episode. How much of that was an actual robot war for real?
Oh yeah, true.
So you might watch a single robot war.
You got to watch all these interviews with these like twerpy 14-year-olds. Like, yeah, if you
I'd sign
The-
this
the
rival with a
crane.
big drill to try and beat the flipper.
yeah, exactly. How about this one from Chespin321? Hi, Joe. Have you ever had teachers use really bizarre examples in order to attempt to motivate the students? For instance, I remember my maths teacher using some example about Will Smith getting the role of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even though he wasn't actually an actor, in order to motivate us to do well in our maths exams. That's weird because I remember teachers, maybe teacher, at least one teacher, pulling out that Will Smith fact. It must just be around, like teachers. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I heard a good one about Will Smith you can use in the classroom.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's the type of stuff they teach teachers when they
That's
get
why
their
they go to
master's
uni.
degree.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, these are the facts you need to motivate
Yeah,
the kids.
these are the same like 3 things you need to say all the time that all teachers say for some reason. But we've done the psychology. It works. It makes people smarter.
See, but it doesn't work now because all you need to do is creatine. Just bring in creatine and it'll get them fucking going.
Yeah. Just say you're not getting your creatine unless you get at least a high B.
Day one of being a teacher, do they take you into the surgery and install an eye in the back of your head?
Yeah.
That's where it begins.
Yeah, teachers are like cyborgs.
They're the first line of defense
Against what?
or attack.
Yeah,
I
attack.
have 3 eyes. Will Smith. Will Smith.
Will Smith, do your tests well, or your life's over.
Yeah.
Rook says, roleplay scenario. James's car is transported into the world of Family Guy while James is driving. Alex and Jim are also in the car. As you try to figure out what is going on, James runs over Brian, killing him. You need to roleplay figuring out what's going on as you are transported, and what your reactions are after Brian is hit. We can do that. I'm willing to do this in earnest, but I understand if you guys aren't. And
I can do it in
and I'm
earnest.
willing to use this as
I've got a flaw with the roleplay.
Why?
This actually almost happened to us the other day.
Well, yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
what
it
I
did
was
actually
gonna.
fucking happen. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a random dog just like ran into the middle of the
It was
bypass.
running on the opposite road, like just running along.
Yeah.
Did it come out of a bush or something? 'Cause
No,
I
it was-
couldn't
it
probably
was
see
running.
it. 'cause
Well,
I
it
was
was,
standing
it
back.
was it was like running on the side of the road, and then it came onto the road.
No, it didn't. It was already running on the road because we couldn't see it because the light. So it was already just in the
Well,
darkness.
yeah, we were coming up like round a bend.
No
Yeah.
owner in sight.
Yeah,
No.
black dog.
So I instantly just fucking threw it, tried to get the car to block the path so that oncoming vehicles aren't going to kill it.
Mm-hmm. No, but then fate.
No, but then the dog kept running. It looked like me straight in the eye, and then just kept running. And the people behind me putting hazards on. I think some of them stopped. And obviously, because the dog's now run away, I can't keep the car because that's dangerous. So I moved it, and then coming along was a fucking ambulance with blues and twos.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
It was like, no, fuck. It was like one of those, oh my god.
yeah.
I'm so powerless in this moment to do
Yeah.
anything from...
because if the dog did slow down a lot, I would have got out and actually tried to stop it and get it off the road. But it just kept running at the speed, and it's dangerous to stay. So we had to make the decision to drive off. Don't know what the people did behind us.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw that ambulance, it was like,
It's like
shit.
a busy dual carriageway, so like...
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because if it was a normal vehicle, they would have stopped if my car was stepped there. But it was a Blues and Twos ambulance. I could not. I had to move.
Yeah.
But on the way back, I didn't see any signs of a collision. I didn't see any, because obviously when you hit an animal, normally there's going to be something on the road to show that an animal's
especially
been
a
hit.
dog.
There was nothing there, so I think the dog's okay. But I did what I can to make sure it was
Loads of people behind us stopped, so
Yeah.
hopefully one of them grabbed it.
Yeah.
This is why I say it though, because James wouldn't have hit Brian.
Oh no, it'd be like this. Oh fuck, guys, you've just been telling Brian. No!
You would have dodged Brian and hit Stewie.
No, I'd have hit Brian. Actually, no, I would have hit Stewie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
so
everyone
you're
would be
saying
fine
we're
with it.
going at like, let's say 100, and like we hit a cartoon dog, and you immediately know it's Brian.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No, you start going to dodge, then you're like, oh wait, that's Brian. Turn back into it once you know it's Brian.
Yeah, because
No,
it's like
any-
completing
Yeah.
the time loop.
Any other dog you would dodge,
Yeah.
but Brian, you're like,
Mate, I can identify a pheasant running out of my car at 100 miles an hour. If I was instantly teleported onto that road around that corner at 100, I know it's Brian, and Brian's getting. That's it. I'd make sure to hit the weak point as well.
stick him up as a crazy one, super controversial. I apologize for bringing Ruben up, but it's relevant, as he was one of the biggest OPs to those old embarrassing videos being released. Has the likelihood gone up at all? If Giles taught us anything, accepting and facing past mistakes is most certainly one of them. I can break the trees in just one punch, the carpenter mod, is the quote. To be honest, the fact... Sorry, someone replied to this saying, to be honest, the fact he's basically left Jar means it's probably even less likely those videos would ever be uploaded. I highly doubt the Jar boys would ever make public videos containing Ruben as a child without his consent, especially if he had previously actively stated he didn't want them shown. So it's kind of answered in the reply there, but...
Yeah. Also, I don't think you ever want them going out either.
No, Alex is cringy, not the cringiest in the videos, but posting them up would not. That's just not cool. To just completely ignore someone's wishes is not cool. We would
Yeah, because now it would just be interpreted as like a slight anyway.
Yeah, we'd just be trying to one up him, and it's like no. So those videos will probably never be up, and that's fine.
I was fine with them never being up.
It's like, it
Just
annoys me.
forever.
I've got a lot of beef the fact that all my embarrassing cringe has been open
No,
on
but
the
your
internet.
embarrassing cringe was never as cringy as that video.
I don't know
that
how.
cringe blows everything else
Yeah, no,
to
yeah.
bits.
Like the carpenter mod when you hit a tree and
Yeah,
just one
exactly.
punch.
Yeah.
I don't know how. That video was like late era as well. We'd done so much cringe up to that point, and we somehow upped the ante.
See, what was cringier than that? I can't think of anything cringier than that one.
There isn't.
There really isn't.
Yeah, there simply isn't. That is the one.
Yeah, because I feel like after that we shifted into high gear and started just laying out fucking sick videos.
Yeah,
When
it
was
was
dubstep parkour? Was it? It was. after.
Dubstep was before. Dubstep was one of the first.
No way was dubstep No.
Yeah.
How did we make a banger so good so early?
No, the real bops came out after, in my opinion.
But what was the bops?
The ones that utilize like sound effects and shit. Like the whole videos were bad,
Mhm.
but they had little golden nuggets in.
No,
Like the Batman one.
Yeah, classic.
don't know the Batman one.
That one had Ruben and Matt in it as well.
And James and you.
Mm-hmm.
James was Killer Croc, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he had the hoodie with the crocodile in it.
Yeah.
And he zipped it all the way up. Yeah.
No, dubstep parkour. No, my favourite one is dubstep parkour 2. It's so... That's cringe. Dubstep parkour 2 was cringe because we really tried with it.
Well, we didn't.
No, I didn't
We
try it at all.
did. No, we did. We spent so long trying to rehearse and shit and be like, oh, we should do this. No, let's do from this angle. We fucking tried that. I remember that.
No, the majority of the time was trying to get Alex's iPod out of the
the
stack of fences.
Because it's like, because my memory of that era was just dubstep parkour and then the unboxing videos, which they are the crown jewels. They really are.
The Assassin's Creed one
Pretty
is
much.
the peak of
of
creativity.
just unboxing videos on YouTube are just,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Through
James just what's the word? Improv. Improv James.
Because it is like a good. Because if we like looking back at it now, it's like a perfect encapsulation of like early Jar energy. Because it is just completely improv. It is just completely fucking weird. And it's just like the start. The fire started there, and it's kind of led to this.
Yeah.
I should watch those videos again. Because I've accepted that cringe. I find them funny. 'Cause they're just
They are
Oh,
funny.
they're awesome.
No, dubstep parkour I can't watch. Makes me feel sick.
yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know if I associate it with James dropping a fence on my head and
Right.
probably
No,
giving
this
me,
is
like, a
where
slight
your
concussion.
memory is wrong. Because I dropped the fence on you in Dubstep Parkour 2.
No,
I did because
No,
it was the
because-
fences and they were all stacked up. It was
no,
like
not
20.
the ones that were stacked up. They're in the video. Trust me, I remember this. They're in the video. Alex like jumps and then jumps off these two fences that are laying against this like
Oh yeah.
hill of mud.
Okay, I did drop that on your head.
Yeah, I was lying on one of the fences. Like we weren't even recording it. Like, why the fuck did we do it?
Why were we laying under fences?
It was one of
Well,
those
yeah.
things that I guess one of you thought was like a good idea in the moment. Yeah, like it'll be funny if you like drop this over. But it was like completely misjudged and just.
Yeah, and just smacked me on the head.
No, that video makes me sick, and I just remember because it's in your IHE video. Is you use a clips from that?
From Dubstep Parkour.
Yeah, and it's cringy because it's just like, oh, now a lot of people are seeing them.
Yeah, it's live as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
there's
video's
a couple
live.
live ones. Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking about it makes me feel sick.
Yeah, because I got that hoodie and I'm doing that stupid Chad voice. Oh,
yeah.
ew.
The fuzz, and it's all the slow mo as well.
Alex's
slow-mo-
editing phase.
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
the
The slow mo makes me like, I don't know, it just makes me feel sick. The part where James is like lying on that thing going,
yeah.
you like slow it down. It makes me feel horrible.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
So what you're describing is fucking effective artwork, my friend.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's pungent. It's pungent.
It's an art house movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, indie jar.
Indie Jarling.
Ooh.
So, and I imagine all the unboxing videos are live as well.
Not all of them, I don't think.
Wait, how many did we do? We did Assassin's Creed.
There were a
Black
few
Ops.
re-uploads because some were like the same video but re-uploaded like with Call of Duty music in the background and an intro or something, like, you know, just to farm a few views. Do you remember that for the Modern Warfare 2?
Oh no, what we did?
Just
Oh no, the
re-uploaded.
funny
yeah.
thing we did is we did the COD one, and then a year later we edited the COD of that year's intro into
Yeah,
the
that's-
video, and just the same video, uploaded it.
Every year I changed the title of one of them to just be whatever the new COD title was. Just piss people off, yeah.
God, we were funny.
But yeah, this is what, when we're always talking about like trolling and messing with people, this is the type of, this is the shit we're saying. You know?
Yeah, harmless.
Yeah, harmless. Where it's like, just, the comments were like, what? This is obviously not a real Call of Duty copy.
Yeah.
You don't have the new one yet. At least put it into the Xbox and prove that it's the real one.
Nowadays, trolling is like doxing someone who says something online to Dream or something. Balls Lover 69.
guy.
Yeah.
Simple Ambassador has this to say. Listen to every album in Maroon 5's discography and rank them.
No.
What, really? I thought you... Oh.
I got him. I got him.
Don't you like that one?
James loves that song.
It's one of those songs where every like British person has it stuck in their head all the time. You can just
Yeah,
hear
his
it.
whole life.
What was the... I swear there was like a...
Blurred Lines.
No. That song, there was a... I've got the moves, like... And someone had like done a cringy cover of it. And they'd like changed.
Swagger Jagger. Oh, that's another fucking video. Oh god,
Yeah.
that was a bad video.
No, that was a seminal video.
That started James off as the star.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? People don't realise how much I got fucking bullied in school because of those videos.
Well, that one in particular. The Swagger Jagger.
Yeah.
Why? But everyone loves Cher Lloyd.
That one in particular. I got... Oh, no.
Because you had a dark spot on your jeans by the crotch.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
just
the
like, piss dribble James.
What even was the question?
Would you
No.
Maroon 5?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
But
do it
we got another artist we got to do that for first.
then. Hmm?
A certain ID.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Okay. Let's do two more here. I couldn't find that Reddit one. But basically, I'll quickly address that now then, what I remember of it anyway. Apparently they're gradually shifting Reddit into being more algorithm-led to try and encourage more user interaction. So it's going to be more and more of this, apparently. Like more and more clashing.
Well, we've already got the algorithm sorted there then. So.
Yeah, we're already wedged into the FNAF algorithm. We're good.
Yeah, good. That was a fucking 6,000 IQ play.
Yeah.
And it's not even one we made.
Yeah, well, we just got them to do it.
Enormous is erratic has a good one for us. On the count of 3, each jar member should blurt out a celebrity's name at random. Okay?
Yep.
So I'll count to 3. So 3, 2, 1.
Kanye West.
No, but fuck. I was trying to explain like.
We know how it works.
No, because you got to explain the 3, 2, 1 rules because
Yeah, it's
then you
3,
have half
2,
people
1.
saying it on the 1, half people. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go. So
Okay.
on the go is when you
Okay.
say the.
But how do you say the thing on the go?
When I would say go, instead of saying go, I'll say the celebrity name.
Yeah, so it's just 3, 2, 1, then we say it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're not saying go.
3. Fuck.
Okay, go.
Wait, no, I got to think of celebrity.
Well, no, that's not the point. You blurt it out.
Yeah, that's literally it goes against.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Billy
Dwayne
Mays.
Johnson.
Marlon Brando.
Who did you say? Billy Mays.
You said the first thing that came to my mind. Does that count? Because you said Marlon Brando. You said The Rock.
I said Dwayne Johnson.
Okay. Well, the next part was then come up with a movie plot that includes each of them to dominate the box office.
Well, already, Marlon Brando and The Rock alone, that's dominating the movie.
Yeah. The plot can be about, like, it can be like that Michael Bay movie with The Rock, apart from it's about crackhead TV sellers.
I'm thinking, you had Billy Mays be he's the nice guy who's, like, whipped into the Rock's, like, crazy life, you know? You have that.
What does The Rock do? He's a cop.
He's the main guy.
Bad boy cop.
He has to be like a good guy, right?
Yeah, but he's like a bad boy cop. He's like a good guy that'll always do the right thing, but sometimes he's just got to bend the rules.
Yeah.
You know,
but only just a little bit, contractually, just enough to keep him in the good books.
Yeah, like he's never morally wrong in any sense.
Marlon Brando can play Billy Mays' brother. Mm-hmm. He's a chameleon. He can do anything. So,
a literal chameleon.
No, I'm saying like his acting ability. He's like a chameleon. He can become.
So he's kind of the bridge between The Rock and Billy Mays. Like he's the good guy who's in the world of The Rock, who's the bad boy cop.
Because having Billy Mays, having Marlon Brando to bounce off, I feel like would improve his performance.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
What's the plot? What's the inciting incident?
Ooh. There's like a mix-up with Billy Mays, like, cleaning products, and it's, like, mixed up in the
So is Billy Mays playing himself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he gets the wrong suitcase from the airport, and his is full of, like, crack. Instead of cleaning powder.
Yeah.
That he's selling.
It's fucking stuffed full of lean.
Yeah, he's got so much lean.
With the help of Marlon Brando, starts selling it.
Yeah.
The Rock
and the whole time The Rock is on his case.
He's like,
trying to take down Billy Mays.
His drug business, his drug ring. His lean ring.
So Marlon Brando's the fence, the lean fence.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando's helping Billy Mays sell lean. And The Rock is on the case, trying to catch him at all costs.
Or maybe The Rock should be... There's details we can work out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good, like, foundation. That's enough to get the $100 million for the budget that is needed.
Well, just saying The Rock, you don't have to get like 600 million.
Oh, yeah, he's taking 80 of that.
Yeah.
Right. We got the final. James, we got the vinyl.
The vinyl?
We got the vinyl.
Better Cantaloupe 19 is going to finish us off here.
Yeah.
Question for James. How do you feel about the old American land yachts such as Cadillacs and Lincolns? I own a 94 Cadillac DeVille and personally love the smooth ride and look of these vehicles.
Slam it. Make it scrape all the time. It gets cooler. No, big cars are cool. My car's big. Big cars are cool.
Land yachts.
Yeah, boxes, big boxes, yachts. The yacht club.
They are cool. You definitely feel like safe.
Yeah, no, you feel like a boss. You feel like you fucking run shit.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
Because you drive it a certain way. Your hand is always on the top of the steering wheel, and you're always laid back, and you just kind of just chill.
Smoking some lean.
Yeah. No, drinking.
Billy Mays is fucking lean, fresh. What? Oh, Jesus. Land yacht. Surf that land yacht, baby.
You don't surf a fucking yacht. Should we buy a yacht?
Yeah. Just record episodes on a yacht.
No, let's get a boat.
A dinghy?
Like the boat from Jaws.
No, can we not get one of those boats from like Asia? Because they get these tiny little wooden boats.
Oh, I see.
And they put the fucking hugest, most powerful engines on, and they just fucking.
No, little houseboat thing with like a table in it, and you can play poker.
Like a fisherman's boat.
We could see if we could borrow Bezos.
Yeah,
His boat. He's probably got a spare one.
No, why don't we buy a dinghy?
how are you gonna play poker on a dinghy?
Well, if we were really fucking adventurous, get a dinghy, take it on the river to fucking Thames.
No. You want to take a dinghy on the Thames, bro?
How do you think we're gonna get there? We've got to start here.
Yeah, via Chippenham.
Going the Chippenham way down the river.
The Thames.
Yeah, we're gonna get there eventually.
You will get there and then just fucking sink.
Why would we sink?
The Thames is fucking. The Thames is serious shit, bro.
Yeah.
We'll bring a spare dinghy or something.
Oh, what we inflate it while we're sinking?
Yeah, just all you need to do is get 2 breaths in, and it's not gonna sink because air and rubber.
No, the Thames, bro. You're gonna get mullered, and then you'll take in the poo water, and you'll get disease and die.
Well, yeah, that'll probably happen either way.
No, we should just ride the dinghy wherever we end up.
Why don't we jet ski the Thames?
That'd be even worse. Going fast over those bumps.
Would you do that kind of like skiing where you have like a parachute and it lifts you up?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I'm scared of heights.
Oh, okay.
But if it goes
you're scared of
into
heights,
the water,
how
how
are we
do you
gonna
swim
go?
with a fucking parachute on?
Yeah, you're.
Like if the parachute is on top of you and you're in the water, that's got to be freaky shit.
Well, surely
And
you
you're
just
being
go
like pulled along.
you're
like you're fucking being you're being waterboarded.
Don't you remember the start of Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah.
I think.
Nah, nothing yet. What's the quote?
Nothing yet. I think it's just that.
I wouldn't do the parachute one, but I'd do when you're actually on the back and you're holding on.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
would you parachute
No.
around Isla Nublar or Isla Sona? Or both?
Isla Nublar.
Isla.
Seltzer.
Are we going to see the new Jurassic Park?
No.
No.
Oh.
We're gonna do a JARCast on a boat though.
Are we?
Yeah, we're getting a
Yeah. We're gonna take a boat.
fisherman's boat.
Yeah, and we're just gonna we're gonna do a live episode from the Bermuda Triangle.
We can stream it from the Bermuda.
Yeah.
We're live from the Bermuda Triangle.
Fucking Cthulhu comes.
The final episode. It'd be a pretty fucking sick final
Imagine
episode.
if the final episode of Jar Cthulhu is revealed to the world to be just a thing.
Yeah.
It cement our legacy.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, now we've got to make it fucking happen. How are we gonna? Whatever.
Well, another 400 episodes, and that's the perfect time to end.
Yeah.
Thank you for this episode, Cthulhu. If you're listening, we're on our way.
Ooey. See, he does still bar.
That's
That
not
counts.
That
That
is
counts. That counts.
That's part of it.
Bebe. Fortnite Battle Pass. I just took a shit out my ass. Fortnite Battle Pass.
I just shit out my ass. Booted up my PC. Cause I need that Fortnite battle pass.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Hey.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Horrible fucking soda.
Can I have them then?
It's fucking
Yeah,
vile.
can I try it?
Sure.
Because this is a berry tropical punch?
It's peach. Jesus.
The flavours are quite quintessential.